quantum paradigm, redefining possibilities.
All right, let's talk about Google. You can build the most incredible website in the world, right? But if nobody can actually find it when they search, well, does it even really exist? Today, we're going to crack the code and figure out how to get you seen. I mean, it really can feel like a total mystery, can't it? You're trying to solve this giant puzzle, but the rules seem to change all the time. But here's the thing, it's not random. Google's algorithm is actively looking for very specific signals to decide who gets to be at the top of the page. And those signals, they're called ranking factors. Honestly, the best way to think of them is like a blueprint. They're the exact plans Google's system uses to construct its search results page. And if you know the blueprint, you can build something that fits in perfectly. So that's our plan for today. We're going to use that blueprint to build a house that Google absolutely loves. We'll start with the most important part, the foundation, which is your content. Then we'll give it some curb appeal with backlinks and authority. After that, we'll make sure the experience inside is amazing for visitors. And finally, we'll literally put our new house on the map with local search. Okay, first things first, the foundation. And I can't be more clear about this. If you don't have high quality, genuinely helpful content, nothing else we talk about today is going to matter. The whole house collapses. Everything you do online is built right on top of this, so it has to be rock solid. So what does quality even mean to Google? Well, it boils down to a few key things. Is your stuff original, or are you just kind of rehashing what everyone else has already said? Is it comprehensive? Does it cover the whole topic? Does it give the reader real value? And maybe the biggest one of all, does it perfectly match what the person was hoping to find when they typed in their search? And that right there is the big difference Google is looking for. On one side, you have high value content, think original research or a massive complete guide. On the other side, you have what we call thin content, articles that just repeat info from other sites and don't really add anything new. And believe me, Google's gotten really good at spotting the difference. Oh, and quality isn't just a one and done kind of thing. Freshness is a huge deal too. I mean, think about it. If someone's searching for a trending topic, they obviously want the latest, most up-to-date info. So keeping your content current is another huge signal to Google that you're on top of your game. Okay, foundation is solid. Awesome. Now it's time to work on the curb appeal. This is all about your website's reputation. And in the online world, that comes down to backlinks. The easiest way to picture them is as word-of-mouth recommendations from all your digital neighbors. Yeah, a great way to put it is to think of them as votes of confidence. Every single time another website links to yours, it's basically shouting out to Google, hey, over here. This content is actually really good and you can trust it. But, and this is a huge but, it's not just a numbers game. Not all votes are created equal. The quality of the site voting for you is incredibly important. For instance, a single link from a big respected website in your industry is worth way more than hundreds of links from some spammy, totally unrelated directory. It's all about getting that vote of confidence from the right sources. And you want votes from lots of different people too. A recent study actually found that the number of different websites linking to you ranked as the 12th most influential factor. It's so much better to get 100 links from 100 different sites than it is to get 100 links from just one. It just shows a much broader wave of support. User experience, is your house welcoming? All right, so our house has a strong foundation and some serious curb appeal. People are noticing it. Now we have to make sure that when they come inside, it's a great place to be. This is all about the user experience. Once someone clicks your link, is your site actually fast and easy and enjoyable to use? Google actually has a way of measuring this called Core Web Vitals. It sounds technical, but it's pretty simple. First is loading, LCP. Basically, how fast does your page show up? Next is interactivity, INP. How quickly can someone click on stuff? And last is stability, CLS. Does the layout jump all over the place as it loads? If you can nail these three, you're giving your visitors a really smooth and welcoming experience. And listen, if you remember one thing from this section, make it this. Your site has to be perfect on a phone. That's because Google now uses the mobile version of your site to decide how to rank you. So if your site is a clunky mess on a phone, then in Google's eyes, your site is just a clunky mess, period. Local search, putting you on the map. For our last section, let's get literal and talk about putting your house on the actual map. This is huge. If you're a local restaurant or a shop or a service provider, ranking in your neighborhood is everything. This is where local SEO comes in, and yep, it has its own special set of blueprints. Google's local results are built on 3 main pillars. The first is relevance. Simple enough, does your business actually match what the person is looking for? The second is proximity. How physically close are you to the person searching? And the third is prominence. How well known and respected is your business out there in the real world? Now, to build that prominence and trust with Google, one of the most critical things you can do is get your NAP right. That's your name, address, and phone number. This info has to be 100% identical everywhere it appears online. Your website, your Google profile, Yelp, you name it. That consistency is absolutely key to building trust. Conclusion, your game plan. So wow, we've covered a lot of ground. Content, links, the user experience, local stuff. But the big question really is, where do you start? Because the truth is, the most important factor really depends on you and your specific situation. So here's a quick starting plan. If you're just launching a new blog, for example, your number one priority, hands down, is creating that amazing foundational content. But if you're a local business, the first thing you should do is go perfect your Google business profile. What you build first really depends on the kind of house you're building. And that's our blueprint for ranking on Google today. We've built our house from the ground up, but just remember, the neighborhood of search is always changing, always under construction. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. As AI completely reshapes how we find information, what do you think the most important ranking factor of tomorrow is going to be?